Good morning and happy Sunday. I wanted to spend just a couple minutes today before I head out to the grocery store to give you a couple tips about what to do before you start meal prepping. So, meal prepping prep. I get asked this question a lot in my challenge groups, and I thought I would address it today in case anyone else has the same questions. When you see my finished meal prep, a lot of people are always asking me, how do I have the time? How do I get it all done? And it's simple. I just repeat the same steps every single week. So I've got this habit and these steps that make it super simple. So the first one, the very first thing that I do Sunday morning is I do all of the dishes that are in the sink. Or if you have a dishwasher, make sure you load your dishwasher. Any dishes that you did the day before or from the dishwasher, you want to put them away. Everything should be put away. I know it seems counterintuitive because if you're thinking, well, I might use it later, I don't do that. I put everything away so I know everything is exactly where it is. When I get home from the grocery store, I just go and grab it. So as you can see, my sink is empty. I've cleaned it out. My dishes are drying that I did this morning. So once your dishes are done, now you can clean your sink. And so what I mean by that is you want to clean your sink with like whatever kind of scrub or whatever you use, because we're going to use our sink as soon as we get home from the grocery store. All of your produce, your fruit, your veggies are going in the sink, and you're going to rinse them off in vinegar water. So you want to make sure your sink is clean, and that'll make it super simple. When you're unloading your groceries, that stuff can just go right in the sink after you fill it up and throw your vinegar water in there. Another thing I do is I clean off all of my countertops. So like this island, which is like our catch-all for freaking everything, is clean, except for the things that we're taking with us to the grocery store, which is our little lunch bag that has some snacks in it because we'll be out of the house for about 90 minutes. Mark has his water, I have mine, and our list for the grocery store. Meal prepping prep tip next, your grocery list. How do you know what you need or what you're going to make if you don't have a list? So you want to have your grocery list done before you head out to the store. You also want to know from your grocery list, what are you going to be making? So then you want to start a list of things that you are going to cook for that day. So I just use like a little scratch pad and I write down things that we're going to have. We're going to have chicken for dinner, so I want to make sure that I either defrost that, or if I'm making a rotisserie chicken, I have that. We're having BLT wraps, so I know that I need to cook my bacon when I get home. We're having pork chops, so I have pork chops in the freezer, so those are defrosting on the counter. And we're going to be having fish with veggies one night, so I'm going to be making sure that I have my veggies. I am going to be doing the 3-day refresh for the first 3 days of this week, so I have my recipes down that I want to prep in advance too. So having your prep list ready to go as soon as you get home is going to be super helpful, so that you're not overwhelmed and wondering, oh my God, now I have all this food, what am I supposed to do? You don't have to wonder that because your list is good to go. So first things first, get your veggies rinsing. Next thing, start working on your prep list. And the last thing, and I sort of already mentioned it, but one of the things that you want to do before you go out and before you get home is to make sure that you have food ready to go, because you're going to be busy prepping and you don't want to be like eating what you're making, because that can tend to overeating. So you still want to make sure that you know exactly what you're supposed to eat, you're measuring it out, you're portioning it out, and you're sticking to that. Because by the end of the day, if you're just nibbling and grazing aimlessly while you're prepping, you will overeat. There's no doubt about it. So you want to make sure that you have all of that stuff ready to go. So Mark and I both have water. I have hard-boiled eggs. I have him an apple and some peanuts, and I pack some peanuts in there for me. So that'll kind of be our mid-morning snack. And then when we get home, we'll have lunch. So I already have our lunches planned out. They're in the refrigerator, and that's what we will eat. Those are my tips for the morning. I hope that you find them helpful. I really hope if you just joined this, once I post it and share it, watch it again, because I gave you my really quick tips for what to do before you head out to the grocery store, so that when you come home, it's so much easier to know how to deal with all of that food and kind of set yourself up for success during the week. I got to get running. We had to hurry up and get Sophie at the door to go to church this morning, so I'm a little bit behind. Plus, I adjusted my meal plan to do the 3-day refresh this week. Thank you, Lindsay. I hope you always enjoy them. So I had to switch things up a little bit than my normal plan. But we're good to go now. Mark's loading the dogs into their kennels. Let's see. Well, I guess they're going to take a little bathroom break outside. So the doggies are going to take a little bathroom break. And then Mark and I are going to hit the road, come home, and do our meal prep. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want any recipes, let me know. And I will see you all later. Have a great day.